Hello friends, welcome to Pro Trading Zone. So today again market was going up, down, sideways, making many chart patterns in the market, but still we made money today. We made profit, but it was a little tricky one, but it made a good profit for us today as well. And today market was in full mode of giving you confusion if you do not know what to look at and what to do, when to stay in the market and when to exit the market. If you would have kept yourself open for all the opportunities in the market, you would be definitely be confused about it. You would have made mistake and you would have made profit and loss both in the market. You have taken multiple trades. So today, as market opened below yesterday's low, market again opened below it. So we understood that market could go negative. So in the morning, even though when it opened over here and created a green candle, I assumed that market would be going down again. But once this big green candle was formed and again followed by, when concluding with a red reverse hammer candle, it gave me an understanding that market could go sideways or market could play tricks throughout the day, and exactly that happened in the market. It again went up and started coming down. So once it came down and breached the first candle low, I assumed that market could go low, and I was in bearish nature, or my thought process was bearish, but I didn't take any trade over there because I wasn't sure how market would be behaving. So once it started climbing up again, I believed that market would go sideways because it could go in a zigzag pattern like this. And the same thing happened today. But while doing this, we have considered few of the important pivot points. The importance of the pivot point is that each and every decision that we take while taking a trade is dependent upon what candles play around important pivot points. So we will move to a 3-minute candle, and now you can see that there are many patterns that has formed over here, but we will consider the important pivot points that are drawn by the previous day or the weeks or the months high, low and important candles that are formed over there and the patterns that are formed over. Depending on that, we have selected these pivot points. So these pivot points, if you want to understand, please search for pivot points by Pro Trading Zone. You will find the video and you can take a look at it, and you could learn what exactly I was looking in the market. Important pivot points are 37,993, 37,958, 37,850, 37,041, 37,542. Even this trade was easy, but these pivot points helped us a lot to understand how you should trade in the market, or what could be the important pivot points that will help you to take a trade for something that we do specially, and what pattern we follow. So the way we trade is called zone trading. So what is zone trading? In zone trading, you assume that there are few important pivot points which act as a barrier for a market to go up or down. So in this case, this and this was considered to be important barrier. An important line was considered at 37,741 as an important pivot point where the market would climb up and down and will go sideways, and exactly that thing happened in the market. So when you consider this kind of nature of market where it will go sideways, it is very difficult to take any trade in a bullish format or in a bearish format. But when we consider bullish and bearish format, we need a proper trend, or we need a trend line which makes you understand if you buy you will make money and not make a loss in the theta decay that happens in the market. So in zone trading we considered 37,850, 37,741 and 37,542 as an important pivot point. So between this, if market would have been, we would have taken a trade. What trade I took today was short straddle and short strangle. Right now you could see I have considered this candle as an important candle because it was closer to my 37,741 important pivot point, and it could go up and down around here. Exactly the same way it worked. I took a trade over here. I will put in a short here right now. We are expecting market to go a little bit of sideways, or this is an important pivot point we are considering for putting up our strategies that we are putting up right now is short strangle with the strike price of 37,300, put short that with the premium of 137, and 37,900 call short with a premium of 134 rupees. And right now we are making a profit of 4,750, that is 0.03%. In short straddle, we are taking two positions, 37,700 call short with premium of 222 and 37,700 put short with a premium of 290. Right now we are looking at 32,375, that is 0.18% profit in our short straddle. So as you saw in the shorts, this short is a live short that I put in the market every day in the live session. It gives you understanding what exactly my thought process is, what exactly I am taking trade on, and you can use this trend line, my pivot points, and my analysis of the market about chart patterns, what is the market view of mine, to take your trade. But before taking this trade, I will sincerely request to do your own research, make yourself equipped enough with the knowledge to take a trade and understand what exactly Greeks would be playing part into it. For you to understand Greeks, you could search option Greeks by Pro Trading Zone. This video will make you understand what exactly option Greeks are, how it plays a role when you buy an option or you sell an option. So in the short, you saw that I took a position over here of short straddle and short strangle. I held my position even though it went up and down, up and down, up and down. Only exited my trade when it breached over here. I will put a short over here for you to look at it. It's a live short. Call short position here as it has breached our important pivot point of 37,850. We are letting our put short position run until unless it touches here again, and we will exit all our position if it touches this important pivot point again. Cut our position of short call position, and we are looking at a profit of 78,875, that is 0.55. In short strangle, we are looking at a profit of 0.34%, that is 46,250. So you saw that with our short call position here of our short straddle and short strangle, as we cut our position over here or exited our trade, we kept our put short position so that we can make a good profit out of it. So once I cut over here, I was skeptic that market could come down, but rather than looking in that format, what we follow as per rule is that if market would have touched here again, we would have even exited our put short position, so that we wouldn't have made big losses or we wouldn't have made a profit that was very huge. So if market turns around over here, there should be some minute level of theta decay here itself, as there was much theta decay in this span of time of approximately 2 hours. We had some theta decay that has captured in both call and put shorts, and even if market would have come down over here, we would have made a small amount of profit over here. We wouldn't have made loss, as in directional trading, when it goes on either of the direction which is opposite to you, you make a loss. So once market started going up again, I exited my trade here and close my all positions that was available. You can see a short of booked profit here. Right now we are exiting all our position of trades that we have taken. Right now we are exiting our put short position over here. So we are booking all our profit. Right now we are making 1.11%, that is 1,60,250 rupees. We are exiting all our trade in short strangle. In short strangle, we are making a profit of 0.55%, that is 74,875. Exit all trades. Book profit and exit all trades. 0.8 to 0.7% profit was totally on our total portfolio value. So in consideration that how much we made money, it is 0.7 to 0.8% of our total portfolio. Once I exit my trade, I do not consider to take another trade in the market until and unless there is extremely strong setup in the market, or the market is saying that this is the thing it is gonna do. until and unless I stay away from the market throughout the day once I exit the position. Today, as I booked my profit, I also posted few of the chart patterns that I found was important and would have aided in making a good trade. So the chart patterns that we found today was first and the foremost that helped us to understand that market would be going to the day's high was this W pattern, which was crooked. Even though this was crooked one, it was following a proper trend line which was showing that market is going up. I put in a short that you can see right now, which predicted that in part 3 of my short I put multiple shots in my daily live trading, which exactly explains how I am trading and what is my thought process. So here you can look at the short. Right now you can see market came down and it formed a sideways pattern right now, and it is showing an upward direction. If we consider this as a trend line, it is clearly showing that market is moving towards the day's high. But one more important thing that we have to consider is this W pattern that has been formed. This is a crooked W pattern which you can see right now. This W pattern could reach to day's high. This is generally what happens when W pattern is properly formed. So right now I am bullish on the market, and what will happen, this is the important point that needs to be bridged before it goes in a proper W format to go exponentially till the day's high. As predicted in our part 3, that market would be going till the day's high because this W pattern is forming over here. This W pattern, even though it came down, it's totally supported to our 37,741 pivot point and took a base over that and just short for the day's high. Right now this is what happened for the W pattern. So if you were any directional trader, you would have made good money right now. So you saw that I predicted that this W pattern will be going to the day's high, and exactly the same thing happened in my, as you saw in my live shots. Once it hit over here, a directional trader should have exited. He should have entered over here and exited here and shouldn't have looked back again to take a trade for a more prominent pattern until it is found in the market. It is not a necessity that you will always find a good pattern or good setup to take a trade. So not taking a trade is also a big trade, and not looking into the chart. So important point over here is, don't try to fit the chart patterns where it doesn't exist. You take a trade what market shows you, not what you see. If market is showing me this proper W pattern over here, then only I will take it a trade. I wouldn't consider this to be a W pattern because it would only create a nuisance for me and it wouldn't have made much sense. This was a proper W pattern, but this wasn't something that I was excited about, that market would be going till the day's high. So if you consider over here, one more trade that you would have considered was this retracement trade. But it was a very long shot because the distance between the two important pivot points were approximately 100 points, and retracement of 100 points and going up again was a huge deal. But few traders take that trade, and if this would have been your trade, you would have made approximately 150 points on your trade if you would have traded in long in futures, and if you would have shorted, you would have made approximately 70-80 points in your hand within no time. Within 3 to 4 candles you would have made good money out of it. And later market started coming down. Once it again breached important pivot point over here with a big candle, I would have gone short, but as soon as this wick came up, I would have exited again my position, considering that I have made a loss making trade. But that is the thing you have to understand when you are taking a directional trade. If I would have considered as a zone trader, I wouldn't have taken any trade over here because I didn't find that market would be going on the sideways. One more important thing to look over here is that you can again find this to be W, but this W has formed in such a fashion and in a big wick candles. It would have been really big problem if market wouldn't have gone up. Similarly, if you would have considered this to be an important pivot point and bought, but the market was not forming a proper W pattern or a crooked W pattern, you would have immediately seen, would be able to see loss in your account, because it started giving reverse red candle, reverse hammer red candle and other red candles over here. It would have messed up with your trading psychology and you would have definitely exited it. Once you would have bought, you would have only seen the losses in your trade and wouldn't have seen any profit, and only loss at the end of the day. So again, if this big candle would have formed, you would have already made a loss of more than 100 points, and later market started coming down. The thing is that it is not a necessity to take a trade in every chart pattern that is formed, until and unless it doesn't form a proper good pattern that markets want to show. You do not take a trade. You do not take a trade what you think in your mind. You take a trade what market shows you. So by only this one line could save you heck lot of money. Whenever there is a chart patterns forming, make sure that you know where the important trend lines are. So if market came down over here as a retracement for going up, I was sure that market would be going up. That's why I didn't do anything and was very bullish that market will be going up after this retracement trade straight forward up, and exactly the same way market worked. So this was also a reverse trade or a retracement trade that helped me understand that market will be bullish and will be going to the day's high. So this is the analysis of the market today. If you find it useful, please like, share, subscribe. Share with your friend who is in desperate need of any training or understanding what exactly market is showing into it. If you are making a loss continuously and you want to understand what I am doing and how I'm making good profit every day, please follow my live shorts. It is an excellent way to understand in the live trading session how candles are formed and how candle makes it play. Looking at a chart pattern which is stable or which is something that is already formed, it is easy to spot something, but to spot a chart pattern in a live market is a totally different skill. For that you should follow my live shorts every day, and these kind of long videos will give you an understanding what exactly I do in the market and how I make money. Please like, share, subscribe, share with your friend. Make sure that you come to the live trading session to check out my live shots that I put in immediately after I take a trade or see a good pattern in the market. That's all for today. Thank you.